Welcome to 10-5, preparing a post-closing trial balance. As we discussed in, I believe, number 2 in this working paper, post-closing trial balance only has in it the permanent accounts. There's no temporary accounts, so you're looking at all the different T accounts that are listed, and it can get a little confusing, but it's a lot easier than it looks. So what we're going to take the liberty to cross out anything that we believe is not on the post-closing trial balance, and you'll find out the withdrawals are not on it, income summary is not on it, revenue's not on it. None of these. Here's another revenue account, there's another revenue account, there's an expense account, there's an expense account, there's an expense account, there's an expense account. So that really leaves us with the permanent accounts. And where do we list them on the post-closing trial balance? Well, their normal balance side. It's just like any trial of balance. The debits are going to be the normal balance side, and the credits are going to be the normal balance sides of whatever the account is. Let's just say that. So cash in bank normally has a debit balance. It's the asset account. So we're going to say the cash in bank is going to be $8,000. And the receivables for Brown is $875. Receivables for auto is $5,050. Equipment is going to be $6,000. Furniture is going to be $9,000. And more equipment, we have $65,000. Alright. Well, we have a payable. Payable normally has a credit balance of $41,000. So this first one for vacuum systems is $41,000. And let's see. This payable again for Brian's office supplies is $2,500. And that leaves us with only the capital. Now, if you were clever enough, you would know what the difference is, right? The difference between these two accounts is going to be the balance of the capital, because all of these temporary accounts have been closed and moved into the value, the value of that, whether it's a net income or a net loss, into the capital account. The capital account balance, you can see that the capital is $50,000. Well, no. Well, it's showing us the closing entry here. That's interesting. So there's $16,000 closing entry, and there was a previous balance of $35,000. Let's rethink how we're going to do this. Let's take the balance. $35,925. That was the balance before we did any closings. The net income, and we can determine that by looking at what would be on the closing side of the credit, is $16,000. That was a net income. And then we have the withdrawals that got closed for $1,500. So we take the sum of this amount and we subtract out the $1,500 for the withdrawals, and we come up with a balance of $50,425. Well, that has to go right here. $50,425. Let me check my math on that. See, 9, 6, 11, 15. Okay, yeah, $50,425. Well, if we were to add up the total of these two accounts, excuse me, these three accounts, these two categories, right? Liabilities and equity, we're going to come up with a balance of $93,925. A single line is ruled right here. Now, you don't get to do that with the computer, but it'll do it for you. And then we have, if we add up all of these, the 8,000, the 875, the 5,050, the 6,000, 9,000, the 65,000, we're going to come up with the same amount for the debits, $9,925. Do our debits equal our credits? We're going to say yes. Okay, so compute the balance of the temporary accounts after the closing entries are posted. Well, that's very interesting. All the closing entries have closed the accounts. Here's the key word: closed everything. Well, your temporary accounts better be 0, right? Or otherwise, this post-closing trial balance is invalid. So there you go. $93,925 in the debits and $93,925 in the credits. There is your post-closing trial balance. That concludes 10-5, preparing post-closing trial balance in less than, let's see what we have here, 5 minutes and 59 seconds.